This video is designed to teach you how you can go out and find speakers outside of Successful Thinkers Network, assuming you don't have enough in your chapter. And regardless of whether you do or you don't, check this out. As you invite other speakers in, guess what? They have a database that you don't have and your group doesn't have, and they will then turn around and start inviting their friends if they become a member of Successful Thinkers Network. So this creates a win-win. So there's 4 videos. This video, of course, the teaching video. The first video, of course, is the one that you're going to use to send out to the speakers. And then the third video, if you're interested in growing your chapter through your local community, is going to be one that's I call the fishbowl. This fishbowl program is really cool because I used it, I can't even tell you how many times I used it. Between these boxes that I use for free drawings and fishbowls I use for a free drawing, in Subway sandwich shops, transmission shops, all kinds of local places that allowed me just to set it on the counter and people would drop their business card in and I was able to call them and build a relationship to eventually do business. Well, of course, we have a better deal going on here because we can invite them to expand their business through Successful Thinkers Network. So you're going to have this training video, the video that you can use to promote online, to invite people to check out the speaking opportunity and the showcase of speakers, and the training video on how to use the fishbowl concept, and then a video on promoting Successful Thinkers Network to anybody. It doesn't matter whether you got them out of the fishbowl or you just want to send it out so that you can get more people to check it out. So with this speaker program, there's 4 main goals that we want to talk about. Number 1, first and foremost, you want to fill the hopper with speakers. Obviously, there are times that you're going to run out of speakers or you just want to get your months filled up in advance. And we need to expose these speakers to the showcase of speakers so that they understand our culture. The second goal, of course, is you want to grow your chapter with more members. Well, you want these speakers to expose their database to this amazing culture, and they're not going to really understand our culture until they investigate us and hopefully become a member and get in the showcase of speakers and eventually begin to share it with their database. With the video that you're going to put out, you're going to want to put it out on Facebook, LinkedIn, meetup.com, other places where you can expose people to the opportunity about Successful Thinkers Network to check us out, to become an expert speaker in our showcase of speakers, and hopefully come and visit your chapter and become a part of it. Another thing you want to consider is that when you expose somebody to Successful Thinkers Network, regardless of whether it's a speaker or not, everyone has a specific URL that they can use to have that person register as a member, and this is going to give you credit later on. If you don't know where your specific URL is with your ID number attached to it, so when they register, they're automatically connected to you in the orange area where it says account, then next to it, it says my home. That's where you click to actually then see the URL that's specific to you when you register with Successful Thinkers Network. And that's the link that you're going to ask them to click on to sign up. They're not going to see your name or anything at the top of the page when they sign up. So when it's time that we can reward you for your efforts for paying it forward with Successful Thinkers by inviting new members, whether they're speakers or just regular members or ambassadors, we'll be able to put you in the directory in relationship to the efforts that you put into helping grow Successful Thinkers. And this is how we track it. So I guess the next question is going to be, when I make the decision to do this, where do I start? Well, let's say your chapter happens to be Elk Grove, but it could be Walnut Creek. It could be anywhere you live that you call your home chapter or a chapter that you want to help grow. You go on Google, you map it, and you look at all the different cities that are neighboring your city so that when you start to use the keywords to find groups, business groups, then guess what? You now have a bigger spread or a larger area to find people to expose them to this wonderful opportunity called Successful Thinkers Network. You'll see that I've listed all kinds of group names, whether it's on Facebook or it's LinkedIn or it's meetup.com. It really doesn't matter where. The more places you can find business groups where you can expose them to Successful Thinkers Network so that they can learn about it and then they can tell their friends about it. The reason you want to think about all the different neighboring cities around where you live, it gives people who happen to be speakers the ability to make a decision to check you out because they can drive to your location and they can learn about Successful Thinkers by visiting your chapter. And of course, if they like your chapter and they become a member of your chapter, they're adding to the growth of your chapter. And of course, they have influence in the neighboring cities as well, just like you do. So this map is designed to educate you on thinking about other city names to add the keywords that you're going to use for business groups. On Facebook, you might just type in Elk Grove business, Elk Grove mixers, Elk Grove this, Elk Grove that, to find other people that live local to you that you would love to share the concept with. You can see Fresno in here, but it doesn't matter whether it's Fresno or Elk Grove. You have just replace it with the city in which you live in and the neighboring cities around you, these keywords. So I guess the next question is, what do I put on the wall when I put the link to the video to expose the opportunity for speakers to check Successful Thinkers Network out? You can put on a wall the text something like this. Are you a speaker looking for an audience here in Elk Grove, here in Fresno, here in Walnut Creek, here in wherever? Please watch this 2-minute video if you're interested in the local audience to speak to. Please contact me at whatever your phone number is. They'll see the link because you pasted the link in there. It's pretty basic. They're going to watch that 2-minute video. That's going to get them interested. I've also attached the speaker video that talks about the culture and the benefits, so that if they really are interested, they'll watch that short video and get real excited about coming and be a part of Successful Thinkers Network and actually understand the potential that they have available to them, not just in your community, but they can travel around to other communities if they develop the relationships with other ambassadors. If you're watching this and you're an ambassador and you might be involved in several different activities that keep you quite busy, maybe you can do a little bit of this, but you know what? You have other members within your chapter that would love the opportunity to expand their credibility and their exposure both inside Successful Thinkers Network and within their local community. So by allowing them to get exposed to this opportunity to reach other speakers and send these videos out, guess what? They can in turn help you grow your chapter, which is their chapter, so everybody wins. And of course, if they're the ones that are inviting the speakers in, then of course they're using their URL so that they can get credit when it's finally time for us to open up the member directory in their region so that they can get themselves to the top of our search engine. Let me wrap it up with this. There are so many different ways to invite members. The word of mouth, people finding out about it just naturally, organically through the different social medias of people telling people and so forth. But the reality is if you put a campaign together within your own chapter and you get other people involved, guess what? You're going to get more exposure at a faster rate and everybody's a winner. Now, if someone would like to have the contact information on their own video like you have on yours, then just send me an email, give me the correct spelling of their name and their phone number and their email address, and I'll put it on the video for them, send it to them, and then they can do exactly what you can do, send it out with their contact information on it.